at the Oriental Hotel. We are here in respective of the CBA Foundation or CBA Foundation. And here I'm with the keynote speaker, Mrs. Folake Animumuni. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Okay, your speech was actually awesome.
Thank you very much.
Historians and anthropologists agree that untoward practices towards widows and orphans are as old as human history. Sadly, the practices have continued to evolve over time. Is it better today? That will depend on your peculiar standpoint. My take is that the current harmful practices on widows, their children, are just variants of similar ancient practices.
To be honest with you, I'm going to start by saying today really is about what can we as individuals do before we move to what can the government do. I just want to repeat that to say what today is all about for the CBA Foundation is calling on all Nigerians, wherever they find themselves, to say you can actually do something. And we can actually then support the government in whatever it is the government needs to do. There are several areas that we believe the government needs to focus on. Let's take some of our statutory law, for example, and let's look at all those laws that we feel might not be beneficial to widows. Inheritance laws, for example. You have a woman who has contributed immensely to her husband's success. Land, property is in her husband's name. He dies without a will, and unfortunately there are customary laws that means that she cannot inherit. That means that that particular property could have been the home they jointly built together. She gets kicked out of that home. So we can look at some of the legal issues. We can look at some of our customary and some of our customs. To be honest with you, as Nigerians, we're very proud of our customs, we're very proud of our heritage, we're very proud of who we are. But there are some of those that are discriminatory to women, and we mustn't be embarrassed to talk about it.
A lot of people, have found themselves in this life happens situation, and they have ideas, but they really don't have what it takes in terms of resources. It's amazing to think that 50,000 naira is a mega miracle in the life of a family out there. Someone who just wants to put up a little kiosk and wants to be able to sell indomie and eggs. As simple as that. So we're looking out for people like that we can empower and help them to stand on their feet.
I think for us at the CBA Foundation, the emphasis is on the underprivileged widows, empowering them. So that's going to be our own core area. It's not just also about handing out gifts to them, which you find people do from time to time, but we are saying that beyond giving out gifts to them, you want to empower them. You want to enable them to fend for themselves and also cater for their families without having to come cap in hand every now and then to beg for things. So that's our own focus.
Good. You look awesome. You look gorgeous. All right. So can you tell us, what do you feel about this concept of the CBA Foundation?
I think it's a very great idea. Very, very great idea. One that I really feel passionate for, and I'm ready to support her in every way because it's something that I've always had a passion for. And now that she has started this foundation, I am very sure that she has started off, and I can really support her on this.
We know that there are a lot of foundations that deals with this particular segment or this particular aspect, but what do you think is so different with the CBA Foundation?
I know Chinwe one day, and I know she's very passionate. Once she wants to do something, she's very passionate about that. And I know if she's taking up this project, she's going to be very passionate about it. She's going to see it through. She's going to ensure that this funds actually get to people that need it. So that's why CBA Foundation is different from every other foundation, because she's going to see it through. And I'm very sure of that.
I'm here with the founder of the CBA Foundation, and of course, why? Do you know why I like this? Because she gave the foundation her name, Mrs. Chinwe Bode Akinwande. As in, it's so unique. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It's so surprising that you have a single platform, Singles Connect, and you have this one. How are you coping with this too?
Oh, it's not a question of coping. It's just like I always say, compartmentalizing my life. The one for the singles goes for the single, and one for the widows goes for the widows. Don't forget the fact that it has nothing to do about the founder. Yes, someone has built the vision, but there are a board of trustees that is going to handle the work. There are staffs administratively that is going to do the work. So one is the best vision to ensure that the donors that are giving to the foundation make sure that, like we've said, tick the areas where you want your money to be spent. So the work will be going on For Singles Foundation, of course, there are two different platforms. So we have the platform for the singles where we have the executives that run it, and of course, outside the physical meetings that we hold, we have the online platform where we also do the counseling and the rest. So the two things go hand in hand, and honestly, they don't clash in any way.
Just call me, just call me, call me, call me. You can leave.